A single person in your county has the power to decide whether a young person will be sent to adult jail if they are arrested.
If a person accused of a crime must sit in jail simply because they cannot afford to pay bail.
In this election year, you have the power to vote for a state attorney in your county.
That vote will be one of the most important you cast.
State attorneys in Florida have tremendous power, and they impact the lives of entire communities.
If someone is accused of committing a crime, it is not the police, but the state attorney
who has the power, the sole power, to decide if criminal charges are found and the severity of those charges.
State attorneys alone decide who faces jail or prison
and who instead is allowed to enter a diversion program to rebuild their life.
Overzealous prosecution by state attorneys
and harsh, excessive sentences
have led to a system of mass incarceration in Florida
that does little to remedy the root problems of crime.
State attorneys can close the revolving door on our prisons by choosing rehabilitation and prevention
instead of using incarceration as a one-size-fits-all solution to crime.
All young people make mistakes.
Your state attorney chooses which to treat like criminals and which deserve a chance to learn from their mistakes.
No one is above the law, not even police officers.
Your state attorney can take seriously shootings involving law enforcement officers by investigating them and holding officers accountable.
Or they can turn a blind eye to officers who shoot and kill members of our community.
The actions of your state attorney can trigger deportation proceedings for immigrants
and tear families apart by cracking down on minor offenses.
Or they can use their discretion in a way that keeps families together.
State attorneys should seek equal justice and treatment under the law.
They can make sure the right people are charged for the right reasons.
Or they can allow the system to target people because of their race,
because they can't afford a lawyer, or because they're disabled.
Your state attorney can keep packing our prisons and jails with people suffering from mental illness and substance use disorders.
Or provide more effective local services
like rehabilitation and community mental health.
We call on state attorneys to
use discretion fairly in deciding who and what to prosecute.
Stop prosecuting minors in the adult criminal justice system.
Limit unnecessary incarceration.
Eliminate bail unless it is absolutely necessary to ensure someone's appearance in court.
Reduce racial disparities in our criminal justice system
by tracking and remedying disparate impacts of their office's decisions
and by instituting racial bias training for their staff.
To all Florida voters.
To all Florida voters.
Make sure to vote for state attorney
in this year's primary and general elections.
And make sure you know who and what
you are voting for.